Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to talk a bit about an important topic that is handwriting and how that relates to dyspraxia. In my first year of school, I remembered having a lot of difficulty with handwriting. I couldn't understand, let alone articulate, why I was having so much difficulty with my handwriting and why it looked so different to the rest of my classmates. I felt and still feel there's a lot of stigma or maybe misunderstandings when it comes to handwriting and how this impacts people like me that have dyspraxia. In the early stages of school, because of my dyspraxia, I would have a teacher aide who would come in during class time and help me with my handwriting. This lady would sit beside me and guide me through the handwriting process, so she would make sure I was writing the letters the correct way, making sure I was writing between the lines, etc. I remember a time when I was 5 and our class were told to either write our names or the alphabet. After a little while of writing, I looked at my handwriting and then the other kids' handwriting sitting at my table, and I then realized, oh, my handwriting looks completely different to everyone else's. My handwriting looked like giant alien scribble letters gone wrong. I remember sitting there thinking, why doesn't my handwriting look like everyone else's on my table? Why does my handwriting look so big and ugly compared to everyone else's? Why can't I keep inside the lines like everyone else? Why is this so draining, and why am I so tired? Why am I the only one that has a person sitting next to me and helping me? Why does my handwriting look so weird and different? Finally, I now have answers. Handwriting is one of the first big giveaways that a child is having challenges that likely fit in with dyspraxia, also known as developmental coordination disorder, DCD for short. Handwriting is actually one of the most complex, if not the most complex, fine motor tasks, and there are a number of challenges presented when a child has dyspraxia DCD. When it comes to handwriting, there are some things that you need, such as balance and proximal stability, which is basically the ability to sit up straight. Bilateral coordination is also added in the mix, as you need both sides of the body to be working together. For example, one side to hold the paper while the other side holds the pen or pencil. This also includes the midline crossing, so the paper is usually positioned ideally at our midline but on an angle. Other important things are tactile, which stands for touch, and proprioceptive, which stands for movement. This gives you sensory feedback, so it tells you how hard you're holding the pencil and how much pressure you are applying and how much control you have over the pencil. Fine motor control means can you hold and control the pencil using the most appropriate grasp, or what some people call a dynamic tripod grasp, or more simply, do you need to put more on the pencil? You also need directions of movement for correct and or efficient letter formation. Without being taught, most children as preschoolers form straight lines top to bottom and circular scribble anti-clockwise. This is something I for sure did 100%. When children start school, generally it is assumed that these directions are well established, so that when teachers start teaching correct letter formation letters, such as C, A, D, G, S, etc., go anti-clockwise and form naturally, and letters such as H, T, L, N, etc. start with the line going down. If a child isn't using these directions, their writing can be much slower and can be much harder to get neater, and they can spend more time drawing the letters, that is making them look like they should rather than the writing flowing. I for sure did that more than once. I no longer do that now, but it was a common thing for me in my early days of school. If you consider that the directions for letter formation are movement patterns, and we put this together with dyspraxia, which is about the difficulty in planning movement, you can see why this can be a factor in poor handwriting. With lots and lots of practice and repetition, I was able to overcome my difficulty with handwriting. I still have some issues with it from time to time, but overall, I overcame it. It took a very long time, but I got there in the end. This is a timeline of my handwriting from when I first started writing at school to now. It for sure has been an interesting handwriting journey, to say the least. The first picture is my handwriting aged 5, year 1. The second picture is my handwriting aged 7, year 3. The third picture is my handwriting aged 13, year 7. The fourth picture is my handwriting now. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll speak to you again soon. Bye!